thought our defense was much better in the first half. Once we got down, we have to try to press, and that's just going to open it up. And there are just too many good ball handlers, too many good shooters, and they're going to get a lot of open shots. But we have to try to win the game. I mean, we could not press and not lose by as many, but we have to try to get back. And I thought we did the best we could there. But they're very good. Jeff's done a great job getting them to come together with a new group, and I think they're a really good team. Questions?
Jim, obviously it was a rowdy crowd here tonight. Do you feel that your comments earlier this month played a factor in that crowd's animosity?
I would say it was exactly the same as the last time we played here when they had a full house. Exactly.
When was the last time you played here when they had a full house?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
They're a good crowd. They always have been. It doesn't bother me. I mean, come on, seriously.
When did you decide to make the lineup change?
After really the last game, I decided that we're going to go with Benny. They're going to let him shoot, and he's shooting well. So we need somebody else to score, and he can make that shot. He's improved his shooting. It definitely helps our offense. I thought Quadir would help us a little bit. He made a couple plays, but he's not quite ready. Not quite ready for this. I thought Jesse was better. He's got to finish better inside. He had some real good opportunities inside. I thought Jude and Joe played really well, but they've been playing well. But right now our defense just isn't quite good enough.
Jim, is something wrong with Chris Bell? Was he available tonight?
He was available, yeah.
So he's not hurt.
I think that means
Well,
he's.
he had a wrap on his wrist. I didn't know if he had
He was available, which means he was not hurt.
You've talked about your defense. What in particular do you think is the primary problem? Is that you're not moving properly?
In the first half it was pretty good. We were getting to their shooters, bothering them, getting them off balance. Once we started pressing, we're going to give up open shots. And that's what happened. It doesn't matter if you want to just play this whole way and lose by 10 or 12 or lose, try to get back or lose by 20. You just have to make that decision. And, I didn't have a lot of confidence in it, but it did work in Syracuse. It was good for us. We got back from a 20-point deficit to 2.
Early in the year, you tried man a little bit.
We cannot play man, Mike. You can ask that question 100 times. We practice it. Look.
I saw it like you in the first.
You have a house painter and you say, "No, I want you to paint like Picasso." That would be good if he could do that, but he can't. We play our defense. This is our defense. That's it. We don't have another defense. We've tried. We tried all summer. We tried in the fall. Our deep man is just not good.
Jim, Pitt had a season high of 27 assists in this game.
Against the zone, you're going to get assists because you're not dribbling, you're not trying to go on your own. So every pass is to a basket shot. That's the way that works.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. That's my comment. I mean, whenever you're playing against a zone, you almost never score unless you're making a pass to somebody to shoot, to score. So it's going to be an assist. We run an isolation play, and the guy makes a great drive and scores. There's no assist. It's not that it's bad basketball. It's just the way you play sometimes against man-to-man. But against zones, you almost every basket's an assist unless it's an offensive rebound basket. Just about.
Pitt won 11 games last year. They got 21.
Pardon?
Pitt won 11 games last year. Now it's 21. These kind of turnarounds going to be not the norm, but something you're going to see a lot because of the transfer portal.
It's like I said. I was talking, I thought, off the record, but the change in college basketball is the transfer portal and NIL money in some cases has enabled people to, schools to bring in, not one or two schools, every school. When I was talking about, I wasn't trying to isolate out schools. I was just talking, and the point I'm making is every school can do that. It's throughout the league. If you look at teams that have really improved, they mostly have transfer guys for the most part. Even a team like Virginia, all those guys transferred in there. I mean, Gardner last year, and the 2-3 guys this year, and NC State, Burns and Joyner have really transformed that team. And here, obviously, they're all transfer guys. But you look at around the league, it's the same everywhere. Look at the top teams. It's, for the most part, it's guys that have transferred, got a lot of good transfer veteran guys. Our freshmen are 17 or 18, and we're playing against 23-year-olds. That's not good. It's not a way to win. But that's college basketball. That's the way it's going to be from now on in. We were in a different situation. We had taken 6 guys early, or freshmen, so we really got to the transfer portal. We really, we couldn't engage in the transfer portal because we had guys at every position, and we want to give those guys the opportunity to play because we recruited them to play. But in the future, you're going to, I think there'll be a very few programs that won't be into the transfer portal. There's programs this year, Miami has got 3 of their 4 key guys are from the transfer portal. And when programs lose these guys, then they'll have to go back into the transfer portal because they'll need guys to fill those roles. So it's the way it will be going forward, especially if we have 3 or 4 guys that are 5th-year players that their eligibility's up. You're going to have to go back into the transfer portal.
What led you to say that Pitt's players that came in through the transfer portal were bought? Was that just bad information?
It was a bad statement,
Okay.
and I apologize for that.
Jim, tonight.
A lot of schools who got transfers in the portal used NIL money to do it. And I didn't mean, I was really talking about schools, and it got overlapped into Pitt. When I talked about Miami and Pittsburgh, it was the transfer portal, and it got twisted. And I was wrong even talking about it, but it wasn't an interview. It was a walk down the hallway, and it was recorded. So, I should know better, but I didn't, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure every player, I'm not picking specific teams, but if you look at people that transferred in the transfer portal, a lot of them got NIL money, period. And that's the way I should have left it. And that's fine. That's the way it's going to be. Somebody wrote from Pittsburgh that I am old. I don't believe in players getting money, and the NIL. All of our players get NIL money. Everyone on our team is getting NIL money. Guys that don't play are getting NIL money. I believe in it 100%. And the transfer portal this year, I believe in that 100%. It's just going to be different in college basketball. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it will be better because it takes a team that would have had no chance have a chance to be really good. And maybe that's good for college basketball. I don't know, but that's just the way it's going to be. And there's I think 1,700 guys transfer, and about 800 or 900 of them did worse where they transferred to. It's good for some and not so good for others, but that's all right. Kids are making those decisions, and that's what's going to happen. And I think it's great. I mean, that's what it's going to be, and there's really not much that can be done about it. I don't think to change it. I don't think it will change. And Pittsburgh, they've done a great job getting the right guys. They fit well together, and they have a really good team. And there's no doubt about that. I think, again, our league is getting, and the net's crazy. If you start bad, you can't ever get back. Clemson is really good. I mean, they're really good, and their net's about 90 or something. It probably will go up today. But when you're in a league and there's a lot of bad nets and you win, it hurts you. Your net goes down, and it's even like Florida State proved today. It doesn't matter where you are, you can lose to those teams, And Clemson lost to Louisville, and now they beat us, and they go to North Carolina State, who I think is really good, really playing good, and they beat them by 20. So it's very difficult. If you go by the nets, there's going to be really pretty good teams who are going to be left out of the tournament, and there's going to be some teams with nets that are pretty good that are going to get in the tournament that aren't very good, because a lot of times you win in November and you're not very good now. November has to count, but you also have to look at how teams are playing, and that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. But, Pittsburgh's done a great job. Jeff's done a great job. Last year they were like trying to get a new coach, weren't they? Yeah.
Jim, can you speak to Benny Williams? He had 24 and 9 today in 34 minutes, and he hadn't played very much lately. And he came off he started today for the first time in a while. And
He can shoot. They didn't guard him.
He had 9 rebounds too.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he plays a lot, he's averaging 4 in 16 minutes, so he should get 8 or 9, But again, his shooting has gotten better progressively. But people are going to guard him now. This was like a one-off. Like Tuesday, they're going to guard him. And, he can shoot, but he's got to, be able to make the pass high-low to Jesse, do some of that stuff. But he's a very talented player. I've never thought he wasn't. That's why I started him all year. But he's got to play hard, and he's got to do other things. And but he's really worked hard to improve his shooting. Shooting's much better. But I really think our teams, this is obviously a bad stretch, but I think that we've played pretty good basketball overall. I think we're just too young to be consistent and to be good on the defensive end. It's just a struggle there for us. But I think we've done a lot of. I'm pretty happy with what this team's done, and I think we'll finish strong. So we'll see.
Jim,
Coach, could you talk about the development of Joe Girard from his freshman season to his senior season now?
Yeah, he's played great for us this year. He's been good for 3 years, and he's played great this year. Been really solid. Judah and Joe have played great for us this year. We've just had trouble in the forward position to be more consistent, and defensively, we've had trouble there.
Jim, Jesse picked up his 3rd foul with about 19 to play there in the start of the second half. How do you feel your team's rebounding effort came together with him off the floor when you took him off there a little bit?
We're -6 in the rebound. Everybody makes a big deal. You're 358th in rebounding. Do you know what that really means? Do you have any idea what that means? Because you write about it, Donna and Mike. You write about it. You know what that means?
Yeah, they did.
We're -3. We're -3 rebounds per game. All right? That's what it means. You can say 350 all you want. It means we're down 3 rebounds average per game. We're +4 turnovers.
But today you guys scored 25 to 11 in second chance points.
Well, I'm not saying that it doesn't hurt us. They out-rebounded 6 rebounds. That's what happened. But overall, the reality is we're -3 rebounds per game for the year. And we're +4 turnovers. So we're getting one more possession. Not that I like that stat, but those are the facts. And people are going to make more threes because they're going to shoot more threes. That's what they're going to do. But again, our defense is not good enough, and that's the bottom line in these games. What are we, 9-9? That's what you predicted us to be.